Hi, my name is Hughes Bruce, and I'll be discussing cybersecurity in the financial industry. And so, just a little background: the financial industry is one of the main targets of cybersecurity attacks, and this is because that's where the money is. That's where hackers want to attack because they want to have a financial benefit in doing so. And the vulnerabilities are because of the increased use of technology, and that's caused the attacks to dramatically increase in the past few decades. And so the problem is that companies have outdated cybersecurity measures. It's because companies either don't want to spend the money to update their cybersecurity, or that they just don't know that their security isn't good enough. And so this can cause a loss of consumer trust and be extremely damaging to individuals and organizations, including putting them out of business. And the cost, as we'll see in a second, can be extremely high. And so with this graphic, you can just see that a significant portion of people feel that they are not safe from hackers. And you see at the bottom that says cyber attacks are becoming more of a threat than 5 years ago, which is absolutely true. So the costs, each major breach costs an average of $6.4 million. And to identify and repair, it can be up to $21,000 a day. And these costs don't include a loss of consumer trust and other intangible costs, such as the value of the brand in the eyes of consumers, and also in the eyes of investors, because they want to invest in companies that they have good security measures. And so this graphic, it shows that just the different type of cost per record of different industries. And here's a graphic of the effects that Americans don't feel as safe or confident with companies to hold their data, and this is because of all the attacks. And here you can see that the number of data breaches and exposed records have gone up dramatically in the last 10 or 15 years. And here you can see that the financial industry is by far the most likely to face an attack. And so the vulnerabilities exist in mobile devices is a big factor, because they're oftentimes over Wi-Fi that's unsecured, and if you have critical information on the devices, they're easily hacked, and they can also be lost or stolen. Also, companies sometimes have insufficient insurance coverage, so they're not covered in case an attack occurs. And also, companies either have bad cybersecurity policies, or they just don't have policies at all. And also, a big one is that they're not continually improving their security measures. And so here you can just see the different ways that hackers get information from companies. So private companies' roles are to protect consumers' information because the consumers trust them to protect their data. And a big one is fiduciaries, because they have significant portion of money from a lot of retirement accounts. And also it's their role to inform investors of their risk so they can have the best overall picture before investing. The government's role is to keep companies accountable, either through imposing fines or regulations, and making sure that companies do disclose their cybersecurity risk in their risk disclosures. And here you can see the steadily increasing amount of companies that have cybersecurity as a risk factor in their SEC filings. And so some trade-offs are that more secure systems are expensive, and companies don't like that. They like to save money. And these costs could be passed on to the consumer, and it can affect usability and productivity, which can be a negative in the eyes of companies. And so cybersecurity will only become more important as technology advances and we rely on it more. And it's better now just for companies to spend the money now than to wait for a breach and have to deal with the extreme amount of money. And the companies overall just need to be more aware of the issue. And so some recommendations for businesses are to encrypt data that is crucial to their survival, follow all the regulations set by government, implement a strict cybersecurity policy that everyone must follow, periodically perform audits to make sure that the people are following the policies. And so some recommendations for government are to introduce additional cybersecurity regulations, be more diligent on imposing fines on the companies that don't follow the regulations, and either by insufficient cybersecurity or other means, and provide incentives for companies to implement more secure systems, either through subsidies or other financial aid, so that the companies as a whole just have better security. and then these are my references. Thank you.